Hey guys, what's going on? It's Boss back coming to another video, Overwatch video. I'm thinking I'm gonna start a new series with this. It's gonna be guides to the characters I use. Uh, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do this series. I'm almost positive since I'm making the video, and this is gonna be the third time I'm recording this video. I'm a little salty, but you know I'm I gotta record something. My upload schedule is bad enough already. Which does remind me that I will not be able to make uh, videos for the next couple days, just because I don't feel like it. No, just because what's my reason? I, just, I don't really think I can make good quality videos. I am gonna try, but it's just like I usually record them, or well, I'm starting to record them when like no one's at my house, or well, my parents' house since I am a minor. Uh, but like everyone's gonna be home this weekend, so I'm gonna have to like spend a bunch of time with family. But if I do make videos, it's gonna be either uh, released really late or recorded really late, and quite possibly both. But this isn't a commentary. This is a guide, and today's character is Mercy. It's gonna be my first episode of the series. Oh, okay. And my first tip, which is coming in right now, is to stick with your team. I'm not queued up with these players, but I am sticking to them pretty well, and we have a decent team fight going on right now. Team seems to be pretty topped out on healing. Oh no, this is not going to be good. If oh, somehow I survived, and I'm not going to be able to get over there. I'm gonna just go for that heal, which brings me to the next point, or well, I'm not really focused right now. I gotta focus on the commentary, which is so tip number two is whenever you're using your ultimate, try to get at least two players or somebody of value that wasn't a very good use of my ultimate. Uh, so it's a bad example, but you want to like get like a tank or a vital sniper that's just been destroying all game, which when you play a support, you're really not supposed to pick favorites, but like, in life and all, but both support you sort of should, because if somebody's just going off, but like they're taking a bunch of damage, you should probably keep them alive, because they're the reason you're having a good push. Tanks are usually very important to pushes, so most times you should keep them at full health. I'm not really helping that Winston out too good, and that Zarya just broke away from the team, but I am going to use an ultimate right here to heal up that Zarya. Uh, was that a Pharah that's dead, or what is that? Oh, Hanzo. Another tip is to, when you need to use your pistol, that is when you're found sort of out of place and somewhere that you can't really get to a teammate um, by left shifting, so you have to use your pistol. When somebody is weak, there's nothing I can really do right now. I'm definitely out of place here. Unless you're playing a Battle Mercy, in which case you should consider yourself more of an ADC. Um, as a support, your role is to keep your team engaged on the objective. Uh, that's one of the reasons why I still consider Symmetra a support, but she does play a lot more, like, I can't get a safe heal up on that tank. I'm gonna try right here. Why did he do that? Why did he do that? Now I got walled off. Okay, well, now I'm definitely out of place. Definitely out of place. Did I just get hit in the back? Oh, darn, I'm gonna have to do this over the series of 2 videos. Um, or, no, not 2 videos, 2 games. What have I not done? I'm, like, trying to remember what I've addressed. Oh, you always want to keep your team full health. They're all full health. Then it's smart to use your damage buff, and then that would be one of the scenarios where you might possibly consider using your pistol. If you're behind a Reinhardt shield and none of your team is there, you should definitely be the gunner for that Reinhardt. Like the person shooting for him, since he's just there blocking damage. You have to be the one that capitalizes on that. Thank you for walling me off with A. But other than that, you should also use a damage buff. If the Reinhardt has his shield up and he's not being attacked, don't continue to heal him. Like, give somebody else who's behind the shield a damage buff. Oh, that Hanzo tried to come in and save me. We just got destroyed right there. Um, yeah, but supports are supposed to be a character that's supposed to stay alive. So a good formula for that is your deaths. Every death you have, you should have 1,000 healing. Don't have that, and you should also have another 1,000 healing. Hopefully, I can get that in this next game. To be a good example of good mercy, since I do like to consider myself a good mercy. Uh, but that game doesn't really represent my true skill of mercy. So we're gonna have another game. What else do I need to cover? I had a bunch of stuff to talk about. I really should have wrote this down. Wrote this down. Hmm. Okay. Think of something. Okay. Oh, as a mercy, this sort of goes along with the first topic that I had, which was as any support really, uh, you're pretty much like slaving yourself for the tank because the tank's going to be the main thing that pushes into the battle. He's not going to get in all the kills, but he is going to be the thing that's going to be focused, uh, or should be focused. He should try to pull attention towards him. Uh, Make it so that the opposing team has a reason to attack him. Like Reinhardt's shield. If Reinhardt keeps putting up a shield and you can't attack any of the players, that like if say you're Reinhardt, and the enemy team can't attack any of your players, your team is going to be able to dish out a ton of damage, while their team is going to have to be just nailing that shield. And so you're going to want to have to kill that Reinhardt so that he stops putting up his 2,000 health shield. Uh, Also, like, this is just a tip. This isn't really gonna. I'm not really gonna be able to show a good example of it this game. Or well, I might. Which is no, I'm not. Whenever you're like setting up for defense, right? You should always start off on your sniper, like giving your sniper a damage buff, because that sniper is going to be in like an awkward position to like fly to, and so but she's also going to have like a huge like line of sight on possibly, oh shoot, that's not good. uh Also going to have a huge line of sight on all of your team, and so you're going to be able to easily fly towards them. uh but you should always start off on the attacking side with the sniper, when attacking a Mercy, this is going to be the opposite side of this discussion. When attacking a Mercy, you're gonna want to, or like any sport really, you're gonna want to kill that player first, because supports tend to be a little bit more squishy than a lot of players. Where well, like they might have medium to low health, and so um, what you're gonna want to do is, oh boy, kill them first, since they're not really a huge threat at the beginning. But once people start taking damage, then they'll be able to keep their team in the fight for longer periods of time than an opposing team. So your team in this instance when attacking. That said, Mercy has not the most amount of health. Oh, that was a clutch kill. Not the most amount of health. So you're gonna want to stay in hard to reach areas for, say, like when there's a 1v1 situation, either stand behind your player or stand off to the side. If it's a bigger player, like say this Roadhog, I would want to stand behind him. That would be an option, or stand, like, say, off to the side out of the fight. But I'm not doing a good job of that. Oh, that Roadhog saved me. Um, uh, when you have a Mercy on your team, try to stay in sight of them, because I'll see a lot of times. I'll see a Widowmaker, right, and that Widowmaker will be really low on health. How's that guy alive? Um, and like he'll be on really low health, but you won't be able to give him any health because he's in a hard to reach area. But not only that, but he's not standing near the edge where I can zoom up to him or her. Yeah. So just keep that in mind. Like, have somewhat of an idea where the support is. It's not too hard, at least from my perspective, to stay near your support. Like, keep track of where your support is, since your support has to keep track of where your entire team is. Oh, I thought that was a different character. I thought that was the Roadhog. Oh well, I'm keeping this push alive. Oh. Okay, when you're stuck in a situation like this, you just pray that somebody will go near the edge. Um, that doesn't always happen. Uh, I think I addressed this already, but I might not. When healing a Pharah, you want to left shift up to the Pharah, if they're in the air, of course. Like, do one of these, and then hover near that Pharah. Uh, Mercy's, like, what she has against other supports, say like a Lucio, is she's able to really focus health, because your entire team might not need health at one time. Say one character might be taking a bunch of damage and be focused. Mercy's really good in those situations. Lucio's good whenever, like, the damage is being distributed and everyone's getting focused differently. Say just a mix matched like fights, like say your hard counter is going up against you, uh, and that's a thing for the entire team, in which case you'd probably need to your team would probably need to change up what they're doing, because, or their build, because you should never have it where you're able to be just entirely countered, like your entire team. um Hopefully I'm not getting repetitive. I'm trying to, like, recover all, like, the information. Um, if like your entire team is at full health, please, please, please try to give them damage buff. That was one of the things I struggled with, and I don't know. I might still struggle with it. When first picking up this game, is I'd continuously heal somebody, and they'd be like, give me damage buff. And I was like, okay. the only times you won't want to do that is, say, if somebody has the that orb that does extra damage on you. I'm not getting very good revives right now. Okay, how am I alive? I shouldn't, like, um, what was I saying? I just completely lost track of what I was saying because I got hooked, and that made me think of something else. Oh yeah, the damage buff. Just the exception to that is if somebody has a damage orb on them, um, or if you just have that gut feeling that y'all's team is about to get attacked, um, or like take a lot of damage, so much so that you won't be able to heal them all. There's some fights where you'll just. Oh, I almost had that triple res. Ah. Okay, sorry, I was focusing down there because I saw that situation where I could have gotten a triple res and I was trying to capitalize on it, but I was getting focused. Tried to just sacrifice my life to get in there, which is something that, you know, you might not think is a good idea, but in some situations, it's like, you know, you end up dying, but you sort of do your job a lot more than you would have been able to. I just got tracked into that gunfight that I really shouldn't have been in. I wanted that Reinhardt to win, but I shouldn't have trusted that he would be able to 1v5 like that. Support's just like it can be an easy role to play, but it also has a bit of complexity to it. I got solo ulted. Which would be like the complexity would be that it's a lot more decision making, and if the role is played correctly, you should be the most important. Like the tank is also important. Um, to like team battles, but I feel as though uh, support is also one of the most important. Those two really work hand in hand together. The other roles are still important, but I feel as though team fights are what make and break games. Oh no! I almost had it. Pharah, get near the edge. Yes! It's times like this where that you really need to like focus down because your team needs to win that fight. Like, you know, if it's a team fight, you really need to look at who needs the healing. Um, all in all, the summarization of this is, you know, if you're like, no, why did I say if you're, um, if, yeah, if you're the Mercy, you know, try to make it so that you're able to see all your players, use your pistol whenever, say, you're getting flanked, or whenever it's something that you specifically have to deal with. Uh, Also, use your heal gun accordingly. I'm doing a really bad job of summarizing. But if you're going against a Mercy, then of course target it first, or any support. Target that first, since that's going to be one of the easier things to deal with. Plus, that's important if you want to like entry into a team fight. And then if you're playing with a Mercy, please try to keep a line of sight of this. Uh, Now, I do also want to continue playing this match and not really leave my team out to die, since I'm not really being the best Mercy right now. Uh, in fact, I'm so salty because I recorded this game earlier, and I thought I wasn't doing very good, and then I looked over, and it was a game much like this. And I looked over and I started doing good. I was like, oh, you can have turnarounds with Mercy, but you know, uh, I'm not really turning my game around. I'm doing decent, but not the best I can do. Okay, well, he just died. Oh, that fair just handled me. Oh, when using your ultimate, also remember to use on multiple people. I haven't done a really good job of it in this today, but getting two people at minimum, or getting somebody who's like either doing really good and really carrying your team, or a tank. Uh, that's a good example. Uh, but it's not a really good example of waiting, because you can sometimes wait and get multiple people. I thought, we're not really gonna lose another person, but then I looked over and that bear was about to die, and this Mei is definitely about to die. Freeze, freeze, freeze. I'm giving him damage because I feel as though I'm being targeted. A lot of support is to analyze the situation. Good example of that would be like just now, how I saw that I had one player down on one end. I saw how much he was like how much time I had left to revive him, and so I started looking around to find if any other characters could be res, uh, and lo and behold, you know, there was that soldier, I think it was, that was just barely in range of me getting both of them. So Riptire's pretty good intimidation factor. Definitely on a lot of characters, but definitely on a Mercy, since or a Lucio and a Mercy, because you really have to be sort of close to do healing, so you have to take a little bit of time and just not heal to make sure that you'll be able to heal in a couple seconds. Also, you could get that res. Yesterday, I got my. This is gonna make me sound a little bit of a bad res. Like I'm bad using Mercy's ultimate. But yesterday I did have a good play where uh, I dodged a Hanzo's ultimate that ended up taking out four teammates, and it was the first four res I had. But just by listening to these audio things that some of my teammates might miss out because they're busy trying to carry me, I was able to get that a four res and keep up that push, and that ended up being really vital to our team. Also, whenever a teammate is pushing, like say just how that or about to push in to use their ult, try to heal them so they don't die mid ult, because that's a really crappy feeling whenever you die mid ult. And not only that, but it's also a waste of an ultimate. Okay. As a support player, you will often find yourself playing the objective more than your other teammates. That's not true in this case, but you know, sometimes say your team will have to be finding a good position, and you might not have the best of tanks. Oh, I almost got in there. Darn it. I'm a little bit salty about that, but I definitely did start to pick up at the end. Let's just see this play of the game, and then I'll close out. Okay. Well, he did. Oh, this is the part where I could have gotten a 3 res, and he shut me down. That was actually a much bigger play than it seemed, because I had my... Not gonna give it to myself since I don't feel like I deserved it. Good fair. That shutdown was important. Oh, yay. I was sort of hoping that I'd be able to do a case unboxing. I'll do one case unboxing at the end of this. Ooh, portrait level. Sweet. That's pretty cool. I love getting portrait levels that, lets you be better than other people. Okay, feels. Nope. Well, that's actually cool because that's Roadhog's Hook, which is Mercy's worst enemy, or most characters' worst enemies. Let's just be honest. Like, if you just get hooked, you're pretty much dead. Unless, of course, you're a big tank. But it's been your boy Ospi, and I'm signing out.